From Cairns to Broome, the Savannah Way runs right across the top of the country. For the more adventurous traveller who wishes to trade the bitumen for dust and corrugations, many alternative routes are on offer, as it is in Stage 1, Cairns to Normanton. The Burke Developmental Road runs northwest from Chillagoe, following the Mitchell River for many kilometres before turning south at Dunbar towards Normanton. For me, on this trip, I am taking the Golf Developmental Road and looking forward to experiencing the many attractions along the way. Here I go, off again. Today, I'm heading out to Undara and the Lava Tubes. Not very far. What is it, 274 kilometres? But the first part is up this hill to Atherton. But this is very, very, very steep. This is one of the 3 camps dotted along the road. You just see another one coming in there. It's still pretty early, but by the end of the night, I think this place might get reasonably full. See everybody settling in down there. Free night and a chat with the people that are already here. Lunch done and on to Undara. This guy's still fiddling down the bottom here. I'm gonna work out perfect position. Undara Volcanic National Park. The Savannah Way. More cows on the road. Shouldn't have too much further to go. Do it. Okay. Well, we've got a map. It's pretty intense. It's a pretty big place. I'm in campsite number 719. That'll give you an idea how big it is. Let's see how I go. And if I can do it. Found it. that's done, let's look around. Here at the Lava Tubes you have a choice of 3 tours. The Archway Tour, Wind Tunnel Tour and even a Sunset Tour. I am going to make the most of this unique place by taking in the Archway in the morning, followed by the Wind Tunnel later in the afternoon. Today is my Lava Tubes tour. Got to be there at 7:45. Been up for a little while, had a freezing cold shower. Well, the shower was warm, but the temperature is so cold. It's only about 8 degrees at the moment. Morning.
Okay, McLean. Yes, by 2 there. How about the Wilkins?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Over here we have just one of you.
Just one of me.
Just one of you. The Thorpes.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So no souveniring. So no rocks, no plants, no trying to shove wallabies in backpacks. No, leave them all out.
That's you guys over here. If you want to bunch up around these benches over there, I'll be over in just a second. Marshall, perfect, 2 adults. Tippet, we've got 2 adults, perfect. Taylor, 1 adult, fantastic.
Okay, let's get underway here.
We'll get underway now, make our journey down. It's a bit under a 20-minute journey down to our wind tunnel. On the way I'm going to be speaking about a few things that
give you a bit of history of the Undara experience.
A little bit about the geology before we get down.
Geology, geography, speleology, topography and lots of other ologies and ographies as well. Now the Undara experience was the dream of Jerry Collins. Now Jerry wanted to get the Undara experience up and running so he could have take guests into the Lava Tubes, now a part of the Discovery holiday pass. Now this is known as the 100-mile swamp. It's not 100 miles long, of course, but it is estimated to be about 100 miles from Cardwell. So it's one of those landmarks those early travellers would have used.
Start to make our way down through this area. I'll stop up in just a minute and speak about what we're seeing. If you want to observe as we're
ducking down the
through,
boardwalk into our
that'll
Lava
be
Tubes.
We'll start to observe what we are seeing where we're standing now. That's a distinct change in vegetation from these dry savannas I was just speaking about. So
So we come down in a completely different world here now. You know, we've come into this semi-evergreen vine thing of a remnant rainforest. You've got the bottle trees and the big trees growing around the edges here, and then you've got the vines and the thickets in the centre. Plus lots of that fragmentation in the ceiling there. You know, you can see the iron oxides, the calciums, the original basalt colour. And
the Undara volcano erupted 190,000 years ago. When it did, it had three distinct flows: a northern flow, a western flow, but the one we'll be focusing on is the northwestern flow. It flows through, and this created 110 kilometres worth of lava tubes. But at the 110 kilometre start to talk about the formation of these lava tubes and how that actually happens. The first factor at play in terms of the formation of the scale of lava tubes we see here, the sheer volume that flowed out of the Undara volcano.
Now, one of the tubes we don't go into is called the Bayless tube. It's 1.3 kilometres long. It's the longest section within our lava tube system here. To get into that is to crawl through the collapse at the front. It's just got a little bit of a hole at the front. Then it's about a 2 to 3 metre drop onto the floor of that tube. But found in that lava tube, in complete darkness and almost zero oxygen levels, there are insects that are completely blind and transparent and found nowhere else on the planet.
The roofs and the walls of our lava tube, keeping the lava that was still full inside nice and hot, but more importantly nice and running, allowing it to continue flowing within the tubes even when the Undara volcano stopped erupting.
Okay, so here we are down the back of this lava tube, and I'll just give you an idea of how dark it does get down here. Turn the lights off. There's a bit of a, you know, sort of a dullish morning at the front. As the sun drops into the west, it does shine right into the front of this tube here, so it does brighten up quite a lot down through here.
What we're going to be looking at is our dinosaur skeleton. There's a bit of a story behind it before I show you guys, and it comes down to the fact that this land before it became a national park used to be a number of different cattle stations, and those cattle stations would quite often have scientific visits. Those scientists would come along and do tests and experiments and do measurements to these caves, and every now and then they'd actually bring along the kids of the station owners down to these caves to have an explore, have a play, and that's where we saw the discovery of our first and only dinosaur within these caves, and that's behind us right here. If anyone can't see, it's a Plasticosaurus. These days it is heritage listed, so you've got to be cautious. So this is the only one we have, the only one we'll ever find within the caves.